RLT first produced Harvey in 1952, and then subsequently in 74, and then 90, and I believe 96. So every few decades or so, we produce Harvey. This is the 5th time that we are producing the show. It's just a really heartwarming kind of show, and it's one that seems to resonate with our audience. Harvey is about a man named Elwood P. Dowd who lives with his sister and his niece, or rather they live with him. And he has a very interesting imaginary friend who is a 6-foot-tall white rabbit. And he is just a really kind, optimistic, sweethearted guy who's just living his dream life. And his sister and his niece are none too thrilled about the giant rabbit that they have to live with, who they don't see. And so his sister has him committed to a sanitarium, but there's a little bit of a mix-up, and she ends up there in his place. So it's a really fun comedy about, I like to say it's mostly about like ruthless optimism, that at the end of it, it's about this family and finding a connection and happiness and friendship through this magical white rabbit who may or may not exist. So this season, we wanted to produce a season that was going to honor our history, but also look to our future. And so we purposefully chose several shows that we have done before. The first one is Harvey, and we thought it was a really great show to kick the season off with too, because it's our 85th season, which is a huge milestone. So we thought it would be really appropriate to bring back a show that we've produced, I think, more than any other over the last 85 years. It might be tied with A Christmas Carol. But we thought that since it's something that people seem to really enjoy and have since the 40s, that it would be a good one to throw back to and honor our history with. And it's also a nice way to kick off the season. It's a comedy, and we're so excited to have people come in and just have a good time. We're not trying to, hit anybody over the head with any serious social drama. That's the next one. So that's why we picked the show. I think people should come see Harvey because the cast puts in some of my favorite performances I've actually seen in this theater. It's a really well done show where people laugh. I mean, I've seen it now 3 times, and every single time the audience around me is losing it. They're laughing, and that's why we're excited about this show. But also, it just made me feel really good, and I think everyone that comes to see the show leaves it just feeling good. I just hope that people will come see it whether they think they know what the show is or not. Like, maybe you have seen it when we did it in the 90s, but you haven't seen it in this space at this time with these people, and I think it's a story worth seeing more than once. And if you haven't heard of it, if you think, oh gosh, they've been doing this play since the 40s, so it can't possibly be relevant, I would say you're totally wrong and you should still come see the show, because it's really fascinating to me how relevant it is to today, just in terms of, wanting to connect with people and wanting to put good things out into the universe. And so I think that would be another reason I would say to come see the show.